Hey nerdlings, Nick Lotus 84 back with another episode of Asagao Academy Normal Boots Club with UltimateCarl.
Hello.
And when we last left off, we had another decision to make. We are facing the choice between supporting Jared and his fashion show or supporting Paul's campaign for student government. And so, I don't know, what do you think, Kyle? Student government or the fashion show?
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't choose. I mean, because we're not going for either.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I mean, I chose not. Yeah, I didn't pick a side last time because I was going for John. So, I guess, well, we'll save the outcome of those choices for their individual playthroughs. Why not? We won't choose. They both let out a heavy sigh.
Well, that doesn't help us.
It was amazing they even cared what I thought.
Hana's usually right about these things. You should listen to her.
Well, thanks, Mai, being all supportive. Mai patted me on the back and I jumped. I forgot she was there.
After all, she's the main character. Whatever she picks happens.
Obviously. Jared looked at Mai, raising an eyebrow.
Are you sure, Mai? Don't you have your own opinion?
Why'd he bother to ask?
Well, if I'm being honest, I care more about the fashion show. I go to the elections because I have to, but I go to the show because I want to. Plus, it raises a lot of money for the school. Thank you.
And you'd think that this little exchange might get her in with Jared a little bit, but at least as far as my JonTron playthrough, it didn't really affect anything.
Alas.
From what I understand, you have to play PBG's route to set Mai up with Jared.
Huh, that's oddly specific.
Yeah, I know. And then if you date Jared, she ends up with PBG.
Okay.
And that's the only time, as far as I know, that's the only route that actually, pairs Mai off with somebody.
See, I still want mine to just get fed up with all of them and then just get with Hana.
I know, right? They're the OTP of this game, even though it's not actually a route. He gestured dramatically at Mai as if her opinion sealed the deal. Now see, her opinion sealed the deal, so why aren't Jared and Mai sucking face right now? That's because we made it a fundraiser, darling. Ah, the 5-minute bell. Class was about to start. Jared nodded to us and walked away. Paul opened his mouth as if to say something more, but eventually thought better of it. He headed after Jared with Nick and Josh, thanking them for their help. Being a year ahead of us, their classes would be on the next floor.
I hope he's not going to be all pissy at us, because we didn't even take a side.
I know, he does seem a little heated, but I don't think, in my JonTron playthrough, it didn't come back to bite me, so... all I know is that if you choose Jared, then you can't romance Paul in this situation.
I'm sure vice versa too.
Yeah. I think that's true too. Mai began to follow them, but I gently pulled her arm. Our classroom was the other way. Oh, she's trying to follow Jared. That's so cute.
Jared, if you need any help with the show, I'm here.
There's got to be another way to hook Mai up with Jared. I don't know.
There's got to be another way.
There has to be, some other way to hook up Mai with Jared. But as far as I know, you have to date PBG and then she hooks up with Jared. That is a really specific thing, too. I don't know. Her yell echoed through the emptying hallway.
I'm sure it has something to do with, whatever events you do and don't go to ends up in them meeting more often or something.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean... There's some weird quirks to this story, though, because, there's a lot of... You'll see what I mean, but there's a lot of stuff that happens that doesn't seem to have anything to do with your decisions.
Well, I mean, that's kind of how real life is.
Yeah, and that's... It's kind of admirable that they try to, go outside the box of everything is dictated by these choices. Jared, without looking back, raised a hand in acknowledgement. Mai covered her mouth and emitted a skull-piercing squeal. Wincing, I dragged her into the classroom. After the drama that morning, I wasn't sure what to expect at lunch. I dawdled on my own, making up an excuse about copying notes, hoping whatever tension remained would dissipate while I was gone. When I got to the cafeteria, it seemed my plan succeeded.
Hana, we saved a spot for you. Get over here.
Mai sat at the normal Boots Club table, looking like she completely belonged. She waved for me to join her. I sat down next to her at the edge of the table. Josh was across from me. We made eye contact as I sat down, so I nodded slightly to him. He nodded back. I felt accepted. Hey Hana, how was class? Good, thanks. PBG might have already told you, but we're working together on a project. It's going really well. I'm doing the Is that Gerard back there? In a shy moment of not wanting to look Nick in the eye, I glanced to the side and saw Gerard in the back of the cafeteria with someone I didn't know. Everyone turned to look.
He's probably doing some trading.
Uh-oh. Satch waved a hand.
Some Pokemon training? So I borrowed a new drawing tablet the other day, hoping I could use it to make plans for my machine.
Machine, you say? Satch changed the subject and everyone started talking about that. I, however, kept my concentration on Gerard, who was holding a small figure.
Oh god.
Same with the girl he was talking to. Were those what they were They're trading itty bitty kitties!
Yes.
So almost Pokemon, but not quite.
Those are itty bitty kitties. They're really popular right now. I'm surprised you don't recognize them. They're kitty figures of all different shapes and colors. I have a few myself.
Different shapes? There's only so many shapes a cat can be.
Maybe like...
I mean, there's like the fluffy ones and the hairless ones and...
I don't know, maybe they have like unicorn and Pegasus equivalent cats.
Oh, that would be amazing. Like Earth cats, Pegacats, and Alley-cats? Alley-cats, not Alley-cats, Alley. But... Because, like, I'm totally nerding out about MLP here, but there's Earth ponies, which are the ones that don't even have powers. Then there are Pegasi, who can fly. Then there are unicorns that have horns, and they can do magic with their horns. And the princesses are alicorns. They have wings and horns. So, maybe there's a version of that for all the kitties. I don't know. But, of course, earlier Gerard said they were supposed to have magical powers, but they don't. So, I don't know.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't know.
This reminds me, though, of, like, the Littlest Pet Shop toys. That's my equivalent of itty-bitty kitties. I had all the Littlest Pet Shops, like the chameleon that changed colors in your hand and all the other ones.
I was going to say Beanie Babies, but those are, like, larger, usually.
Yeah, and they're not as fun to play with as Littlest Pet Shop, honestly. They're better for throwing at people.
Wham! Oh, shit. Especially if you got, like, the lobster is a great one for that.
Yeah.
Just because it's a friggin' lobster.
Yes.
You know me, I'm hip to the know about these things. Wow, not with phrases like that, you're not.
Oh man, she knows the lingo.
Yeah, she's in with the kids.
Yep.
The kiddos.
What those kids are doing today.
They're pretty cute, but kind of a little girl thing.
Don't let a brony hear you say that, Mai. She shrugged. I got some solidarity though. I'm a bit of a Pegasister myself, so.
Gerard is known as the completionist around here, and every time a new thing gets popular, he collects them all. I've never seen his collections, but I heard they're really impressive. You have to be a dedicated person to do something like that. Do they even still make this show? Like, is this still coming on?
Friendship is Magic? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I feel like...
Wow.
I think another season just came out.
I was going to say, what season would that even be by now?
Oh, man, it might be on season 6 now. I'm behind. I need to watch.
I'm just surprised it's gone on because, like, I don't hear anything about it anymore, like anywhere.
Yeah, it's more. I think it's more established and accepted now. People are done being scandalized about the fact that adults like a
but
kid
I mean,
show.
I guess I just don't see because I mean, I used to see it a lot of places on like Reddit and just general online gaming stuff. Just people being like MLP shit, and not even anybody else getting like mad about it, just being there all over the place.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I don't anymore.
Yeah, it does seem to have died down a little bit. I mean, I know that at the end of, I think it's season 3, is when, spoiler alert for anybody who isn't caught up on My Little Pony Friendship is Magic season 3, but I think it's at the end of season 3 that that Twilight Sparkle becomes a princess and becomes an alicorn. Because she was just a Pegasus at the beginning of the show, and she grows wings because she becomes a princess at the end of season 3. And a lot of people got pissed about that for some reason. I don't know.
Well, obviously it was just so they could make another toy. So
Obviously.
I mean, like, I was never super into it, but Transformers is basically the same thing for boys. Like,
Yeah, and
it's an excuse cartoon to sell merchandise.
Exactly. I mean, and you know what? I've actually seen a couple episodes of the new Transformers.
I don't know about the new ones.
I'm not like just in love with it, but it's solidly not bad. It's okay.
I wish I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of the new Ninja Turtles. They make a new Ninja Turtles like every 2 years, and it always seems awful.
Yeah, I haven't seen the new Ninja Turtles. I do think it's cute that Donatello has
We're
a gap in
completely
his
off track
teeth.
now, though. Anyway,
I know. Anyway, moving on from that digression. The completionist. Was that why he was so thorough in giving me a tour?
IBK is the oh god, even the acronym is the thing right now, and last year too. I think in first year there were a lot of people collecting silly slimy snakes. Oh god, but that got old fast.
Oh dear. Silly slimy snakes.
Wow.
That sounds like kind of a really little kid thing. Like ponies kind of seem to transcend, but I don't know.
Silly slimy snakes. Teachers didn't like everything. Oh god, a thin layer of slime.
They're literally slimy.
Oh no. Oh, they're snakes. Oh. I still have one in our room. I can show you some. Yes, she does. It's battery-powered.
Wow. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, speaking of sparkly boners. Oh gosh. Jared tapped Mai on the shoulder and she whirled around, hitting me in the face with her hair.
Yes? I wanted to thank you for this morning.
Oh, he's saying thank you?
Oh, no, it was nothing, definitely. I mean it.
As Jared and Mai spoke, my eyes went back to Gerard's exchange. The girl pulled a second figure out of her backpack and held both of them up. Gerard inspected it and shook his head. She pulled another one out, sadly this time, and Gerard's face lit up. He held out his figure and they swapped. How bittersweet, letting go of something you love to get something you would potentially love more. Man, I never traded with anybody, I don't think. Like, as far as toys.
I wasn't aware that was a thing, yeah. I mean, I guess I know that toy trading is a thing, but...
Yeah, well, I mean, like, when I was a little kid, my friends and I would sometimes borrow each other's stuff.
Yeah.
But...
I'm sure if I was a collector of something or other, I probably would.
Like baseball cards or something?
Yeah. What do you think, Hana?
My attention was pulled away. I hadn't been listening to the conversation. Huh?
Yes or no?
Oh no. I still don't I still don't know what this decision means. I think last time I said yes.
I like how there's not an option to be like, sorry, I wasn't listening. Like,
yeah, I know. But you know what? I don't think that Mai would lead us into a question where saying yes would get us in trouble. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know what effect this choice has on the outcome.
I'm sure it's not too important.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything too bad.
It actually determines the good end.
Yeah.
If you pick wrong here, you die. Bad end.
Bad end. I said yes last time and it seemed to go okay, so I'm going to stick with that.
Alright. Interesting. Wow, and of course, her reaction tells you nothing.
Yeah, I know. Well, I did, like I said, I started Shane's playthrough before I started LPing this, and last time, on my JonTron playthrough, I said yes. On the beginning of my first Shane playthrough, before I stopped and restarted to LP it, I said no, and she had the same response. Interesting.
It might also just not do anything. It could just be there just to mess with you.
Yeah, that would be really funny, actually. Mai gave me a skeptical glance, then turned away. She probably asked me something horrible. I bowed my head in apology and took one last quick look at the intriguing trade happening. The girl left and Gerard was now talking to a boy with a messy appearance who made exaggerated hand motions. It looked like he just got out of bed. Was this another trade?
So, official announcement in case you haven't heard, we're having a competition tomorrow. Just a little casual something to get us ready for the tournament. Yeah! Finally! We've been planning this one since last year's.
My attention snapped back to the conversation happening in front of me. Was this what PBG was talking about yesterday?
Hana, Mai, you're invited if you'd like to come. Either way is fine, but let me know so I can plan.
How does it work?
It's a little thing, some lighthearted fun to start off the new year.
Neat. Light-hearted fun, my ass. John almost broke Satch's nose last year. Gerard twisted his ankle.
We're playing games? I guess they play DDR?
They get hardcore, man.
I guess they were doing DDR.
I guess. Satch delicately raised a hand to his nose. Oh, poor Satch.
No.
Who would hit Satch?
It was an accident.
You forgot the part where you almost passed out from blood loss, Shane, darling. I didn't forget. He looked away. I can never forget. Oh my god. Some of the dialogue in this is so funny.
Yeah.
I don't know about this. I'm not very good at video games.
Or bleeding. Sure you are. Jared will come.
Oh, she will, in the same room with Jared for too long.
Oh. Awesome. I'll plan for you to be there. Don't worry, Hana. It's actually fun. You probably won't get hurt.
Probably. As much as I was afraid of possibly losing a limb, I really did want to go. I was glad Maya was there to force me into it. Without her, I would be a lonely transfer. Probably eating grass by myself at this very moment. Grass? Why grass?
But now that you're with Maya, you're smoking grass.
I don't know. It'd be great. Maybe she'll share her stash. We'll see.
Yeah, sounds fun. Thanks for inviting us.
Of course, it would be rude to have you sit with us at lunch and then ban you from our tournament. Plus, it'll be nice to have some new competition.
Oh dear.
I look forward to winning.
The rest of lunch passed by comparatively uneventfully. Or at least if anything else happened, I didn't notice.
I just suddenly went into a daze.
I was too busy staring at the
She
food
really
in front-
did.
I was about to say, is she still too busy watching Gerard trade kitties? I was too busy staring at the food in front of me, joy and horror mixing in my stomach.
Is the food that bad?
There was no way I was going to beat even one of those normal Boots boys. I would make a fool of myself. But still, I was getting to go. It was a privilege nobody else shared. Don't you know anything, Hana? You're supposed to let a guy beat you if you like him. Paul looked at me with what seemed like concern, and I smiled at him.
Just to clarify, you meant in video games.
Yes. Yes, in video games, in a competition, which is, not necessarily true. It's just kind of a trope.
Yeah.
Let the man feel manly by winning competitions. But Paul EX looked at me with what seemed like concern, and I smiled at him. He grinned and returned to his food. The least I could do was give it a chance, right? After a long day, class was finally over, and I was ready to go home. Miss Shizuka still wasn't over her breakup, and Mai complained loudly that she needed a new man so the homework would stop being so killer.
Wow.
That is Mai is brazen.
Yeah. Damn, our teacher needs to get laid.
I can think of a couple of people who taught my high school that needed to get laid. Oh, man. It was something to do, though. What else would I be doing if not homework? Studying, probably.
Hana, before we go back to the dorms, there's something in A32 that I want to show you. Come.
Oh, really? A32? Wasn't that the Normal Boots Club room? We're not allowed in there. There's no meeting today, so no one's going to be there either.
That's exactly why we need to go now. I mean, it's just a room at school.
Yeah. Mai grabbed my hand and dragged me through the halls. Oh, why is she spiriting us away to the club room?
Mai, I don't know about this. What if someone sees us?
If you act natural, no one will care. There's too many people around. Nobody will be interested in what we're doing.
I somehow doubt that. Mai was full of confidence that I wished I shared.
I really don't think I'm comfortable with this.
Mai stopped at the clubroom door, gently tugging on it.
Sweet, they left it open.
Just don't open the closet, Mai. There's a scary dude in there.
You're gonna get snatched. He's snatching your people up.
She pulled me into the clubroom and shut the door behind us. Yay,
See, I guess there's the huge one.
Yeah.
There are different shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
It's in here.
Here was a storage closet at the very back of the
Another
room.
one.
A plain white cabinet. At least it's not the Creeps McPasta closet again.
Yeah.
She stopped short of the door, looking expectantly at me. I tugged the knob, expecting it to be locked like all storage closets were. The knob didn't move, confirming my suspicions. Relief swept through me.
Well, darn, looks like it's locked. I guess whatever you have to show me will have to wait till another day. Or maybe never?
Oh, I know it's locked. That's why I have these.
She pulled a shiny chain of keys from her pocket, eyes sparkling. Holy crap, Mai, who did you steal those from?
She's ready for some 7 minutes in heaven.
Oh no. OTP finally happening!
Shizuka's keys? Who gave you those?
Well, maybe Shizuka, but probably not. No one. I'm borrowing them for a little bit. No harm done.
She is a rule breaker, bad girl. She fiddled at the door handle, going through key after key.
She's a Gryffindor.
Yep.
I'm seriously uncomfortable with this. Someone is bound to find out. They always do.
Finally, there was a small click and the lock relented.
Don't worry, Hana. I'll protect you.
I know you will.
Oh, right.
Mai opened the closet and light shone down directly onto its contents.
There they are! There they are!
To my utter bewilderment, there sat luminescent golden boots resting on a velvet pillow encased in a glass box. The boots.
Those don't sound normal at all.
I know, right?
What are these?
I stepped closer to the case and was about to put my hand on the glass, but stopped inches before, wrought with guilt.
We shouldn't be here.
These, Hana, are the boots. The boots. Das Boot. It's the symbol of the normal Boots Club. This is their clubroom, after all. I'm telling you, these guys don't mess around.
Is it made of gold? Real gold? It must have cost a fortune.
I'd say they're solid gold, only worth 100,000 yen or so, but to really make sure...
Mai's fingers wiggled in front of her face. Before I could stop her, she opened the glass case and lifted the boots from the velvet pillow they rested on.
Mai, please be careful.
I grabbed the boots from underneath just in case she dropped them. Good thing, too,
I
because
was gonna say,
heavy.
they'd be really heavy if they were actually gold.
The gold was cool and hard to the touch. These boots were definitely not wearable, and
Okay, at least they
anything
acknowledge
but
that.
normal. Yeah, anything but normal. I wasn't sure about if they were solid or if they were just, like, plated. Or, like...
There's just regular boots on the inside,
Yeah.
and they just plated them.
Yeah, that would be really funny, though. Mai bounced them up and down, weighing them with her hands. Her arms flexed as she did so. I suddenly realized why her pats on the back hurt so much. Volleyball made her strong.
Bingo.
Yeah, definitely solid gold. Mimi lied to me. She said they were gold-plated. I didn't believe her, so I had to check.
Oh, Mimi was running her mouth, and that's what started all this?
Talk shit, get hit.
So you dragged me along instead of her?
This display of wealth made my stomach turn. Where they saw a symbol, I saw months of food for my father and I. 100,000 yen just lying in a closet, protected by a single, poorly guarded key. It might not be a big deal to the students with rich parents, the majority of the academy, but it was more than disturbing to me.
Yes, you. I wanted you to experience this with me.
Aww. Silhouetted by the warm glow of the spotlights, Mai smiled at me. That smile almost made me feel okay being here without permission.
Plus, when we get caught, we'll be okay. There's no way they can punish you. They really like you.
Oh dear. Famous last words. I have a feeling somebody's gonna walk in.
What?
The storeroom lights flickered on. We both turned abruptly, still holding the boots. Oh, fuck, it's Shane! Shane stood in the doorway. Oh, no.
Maybe not that one.
Of course, of all the guys who could walk in on us. You. What are you doing here? That case is supposed to be locked.
Well,
Well, it was locked.
Damn it, My!
Shane.
We're really sorry, Shane. We heard the boots were kept in here and we were curious, that's all. No harm done, right? Here, Mai, let's give the boots back to him.
Yeah, I was just showing her. We aren't suspicious. You guys hide it away. How is anyone ever supposed to see it?
She handed the boots to Shane, who placed them carefully back into the case, adjusting the pillow to the center.
No.
We hide it from people who aren't in the club, like you. Oh my god, he's so mad. The case clicked shut.
Shane, I'm sorry.
Do not come back here. Get out of my sight.
But...
I am containing my anger now, but your continued presence is making that ever more difficult. I gulped. Mai and I dashed out the door. Shane slammed the door behind us. Oh, man.
I wonder if this scene just happens, like, regardless? Like, if you have any choices that make this not happen?
I don't know if there are any choices that make that not happen, but this encounter with Shane did happen during my JonTron playthrough.
Okay. I figured most of the first chapter is, like, totally scripted.
Yeah. All right, well, next time we'll see what happens next, since we just got booted out of the club room. Until next time, thanks for watching.
Later.